Hey everybody, in this video I want to talk to you about keeping the costs down during a website development project. So when building a website, many customers are surprised by how quickly the costs can add up. For a small business especially, a website can be one of the larger investments they have to make. So in this video I want to talk about some of the things you, the client, can do to help keep costs down on a project. And my hope is that this will be helpful to those who are on a tight budget or for those who just want to be extra responsible stewards over the investments they make, and hopefully that's pretty much everyone. So a few things to keep in mind here. Number one, upfront alignment and planning. Take the time at the beginning of a project to educate us, the website developers, on your business model, on your strategy, on your marketing plans, and really what your overall brand and vibe needs to be. Open up, treat us like a friend, help us understand where you're trying to go. It may sound like an extra unnecessary step up front, but really if you think about it, when you're hiring an agency, you're hiring someone to act on your behalf. And in order for us to do that, we need to be very well aligned on what your overall business goals are. Point number two, provide some creative direction. Some clients have more to say on this, some have less, but you should at least provide some inspiration sites, maybe some brand styles that you like, some colors, some feel. Walk us around your office. Help us get a vibe for what your culture is like and what your company is like. That will help a lot during the design phase, as we're not trying to guess about that. Point number three, content. Content tends to be one of the more expensive parts of a website. You can produce it yourself. If you fancy yourself a writer, that'll keep costs down, or at least think through what you want it to say. And the pro tip that I have there is think about new customers when they come in. What are all the questions that they have? If you can answer those questions, you know exactly what you need to put on your website. Point number four, provide candid feedback and ideally feedback from all stakeholders earlier in the process. So one of the common mistakes we see is that our customers are afraid they're going to hurt our feelings if they tell us that they don't like a design or that they don't like the way the content's coming together. We're professionals, nothing could be further from the case, so please provide your candid feedback. The earlier you do that in the process, say at the design phase or even the architecture phase, it just makes it that much easier, because if you wait until the code or the QA phase, there's a lot more work that needs to be redone, and that really ends up driving costs. So provide your candid feedback early. Also involve multiple stakeholders. If there's anyone in your company who you think might need to have a say in it, let's get them involved. We don't want to go too crazy with this, but again, late stage feedback is one of the things that really drives the website cost up. Point number five, help out with content loading and even QA. Again, I know this can be somewhat frustrating. I hear this a lot from customers. Hey, we don't want to double check everything that's on the website. It's a lot of work to go through everything. And that's very true, and your website development company should be doing the bulk of that QA. But there are certain things that only you, the client, are going to catch, things related to specifics about your business or how you expect things to flow. And so do plan on doing at least a little bit of QA, and if you can stomach doing more QA and being more involved in that process, that's going to keep costs down as well. And last and finally, point number six, if possible, share the risk with us. So anytime we as a web development company take on a website project, we're taking a risk about how many revisions we're going to need to go through, about how much we're going to have to move timelines around, about how much we're going to have to warranty our work, and whether or not we're doing fixed price bidding or whether it's just time and materials, which is less risky for us. So some of those things you're going to want to buy, but the more you can limit yourself to the number of revisions that you're getting, or have a shorter warranty, or be more comfortable with a time and materials arrangement that's a little more open-ended, that gives us the freedom to really keep the cost nice and tight, because we're not incurring some of those risks. So those are just a few of the thoughts I have for keeping costs down while developing a website. I hope they're helpful. Just remember, you have an important message to get out, and by being responsible with your budget, your message can go farther. So as always, would love to hear from you, either by reaching out or by leaving your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much.